What up, Kev?
What's up, man?
Mr. Magoo over here. I'm over here.
Oh, man.
Figuring it out, man.
You having trouble with your leg there, buddy?
Yo, man. I hope this isn't my life, man, where I have like a trick knee that, you know what I'm saying, when the weather changes, my knee acts like. I really hope this isn't how this all ends, man.
How long did they say your recovery was going to be?
Yo, I should be actually able to walk normal in 2 weeks, is what they're saying.
Okay.
By my third, it'd be my fourth. By my fourth physical therapy session, they said I should be able to bend my knee in full, and I should walk out of there without crutches. So,
Not bad.
I'm like, all right, yeah, we'll see.
up.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm ready for it, man.
Good. Yeah.
I am. Yeah. So, let me get myself situated. Matter of fact, hang out for 1 second. I know what's missing. Hold on.
Okay.
What is the headphone that I just dropped?
I thought that was your knee.
This is staying on the show, by the way. I'm not editing.
That's fine. Oh, man. What's happening, everybody?
All right, yeah, this is what I'm missing the whole time. Let's see here.
What you got there? Oh, excellent.
Yeah, that's how that works. All right, that's it. I've heard like beer is good for strong bones or whatever, so
Of course.
it's helping my knee out. Anyhow, yo, what's good, Kev? What's been going on, man?
Chilling. Tired. Busy.
Tired from what?
Just life, man. Just being
Living the
grown.
life of Riley, man. Just like living. What does that mean, by the way? Is that from like The Great Gatsby or something? What does living the life of Riley mean? Do you know the reference?
I think it's Pat Riley.
It should be. Have you ever seen the video of Pat Riley at the? See, you guys, because of this show, you guys are gonna take this all wrong. The all white party where everyone was dressed in white, not all white. Anyway, did you ever see the video?
No.
I think it was okay. So if you guys out there want to look up the video I'm talking about, I believe Magic Johnson had a yacht party,
Oh, okay.
and they got Pat Riley, and I think it's Byron Scott. It could be wrong, but I think it's Byron Scott, like two-stepping together, like side by side.
Oh, okay.
Pat got the rhythm and the whole bounce with the, you know what I'm saying? Like he parted the OJs. So you might be right, man.
That's definitely
It might be
the correct answer. There it is.
Yeah, definitely.
If not,
Only-
that could be the name of his biography.
Well, listen, the only more rhythmic and excitable non-black two-step is Kev Sakota's. When Kev starts two-stepping, first of all, let me tell y'all real quick. Whatever Kev is drinking goes to the appropriate lift height when he's trying to two-step.
I was
And the
gonna
next
say,
thing you know,
yeah, when you see that, it's time for me to hand the keys over. Pretty much.
Kev, man, that Kev two-step is mean, boy. It's hella mean. Oh man,
Well, we can end the show right now, as far as I'm concerned.
we did it, yo.
We did it.
Yo, opening question, man.
Okay.
It's not gonna be sports related this time, oddly enough, right?
Oh, now I'm gonna be sad.
Yo, when? Okay, hold on. How do I want to word this question? Okay, was Wu-Tang Clan the greatest collective of dope rhymers in hip hop history?
Well, didn't we have this conversation before?
No, but I mean, I'm saying like I don't remember whether we came up with a definitive answer because I would remember that. Like, were they? I know
We had
talked
some
about
sort of
this.
similar conversation, and I think my answer was the same as it'll be now: Freestyle Fellowship. And then we talked about Hyro. What did we were talking about this? This is like 3 weeks
We
ago.
talk about this. Yo, me and Suge had this conversation recently. I'm gonna change my answer.
To what?
I think Wu-Tang was the greatest collective of MCs
Just
of all
lyrically.
time.
Or what are you talking about? MC
all of it
in terms of
together,
MCing, not
So,
commercial success or records or whatever, just MCing.
well, I'm gonna use commercial success, but not in the way that other people like. Outside of Method Man, whose records were just disgustingly, awfully bad records, just why did he put us through that, right? Because we found out he could do a good record when he did one with Redman. Like, oh, you could do a good record. Like, you can do it. You can choose. And side note, people blame Nas for picking horrible beats, but good Lord, Method Man, oh my God, I'm exasperated. It's exasperating, right?
You are. You're losing your breath there.
Yeah, Judgment Day. Whoa, why did we do any of that? We could.
Oh, that was that. Was that the second album or the third album or whatever?
I lost count. They were all. Bad.
I can't pretty much name anything after maybe the album one and a half.
But great, Bring the Pain is one of the greatest records, straight up of all time, right? Like one of the best hip hop records ever. But anyway, what I'm saying is they all put together such ill records individually,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That when they Voltron the Collective, we were all taken by storm. But then they actually all put together some excellent records individually, and then this kind of coexisting records, right? Like Cuban Links and you know what I mean? I'm backtracking, thinking to myself, I wonder if they honestly were the best collective of MCs of all time. Hyro being either second or close, a battle with Hyro there,
Yeah. I mean, you definitely can't, can't shut that down, that argument down. I don't think 100%. And then, then it depends on if you're talking about, but yeah, is Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, like, do you include Dungeon Family?
But were all those records great?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know if that's, when I say that, I'm thinking like Outkast, Goody Mob, those guys. I don't know if that's Dungeon Family, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But were all those records great though? I mean, were the majority of them great outside of Outkast and the first Goody Mob record? Black Ice being the highlight of the second record, right? Black Ice is that's one of my favorite songs, but the record I didn't enjoy as much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd put Dungeon Family up against Wu-Tang Clan. I'm not sure. So you would put Hyro up against Wu-Tang Clan. So from our last conversation connected to this.
I mean, MC, in terms of MCing, yes.
Pound,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Record for record, probably not. Album for album, probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we can. I think Casual would be the probably top tier, and Dell in that argument.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And Ghostface and Deck, Jizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if we're just trying to match people up, but I think rhyme for rhyme, Hyro was so amazing collectively that it is hard to kind of stomp them out and be like, all right, nah, Wu-Tang's it. But it's when me and Suge were discussing records, it was like, man, Wu-Tang was doing it. Like they were dropping.
Yeah, what
classics.
Started that conversation?
All right, so we'll get into the break after this, but we were talking about Bring the Pain.
Oh, okay.
And the first time, we had one of those, do you remember where you were when you heard this record? You know what I'm saying? And what sparked that was just talking about how we used to be introduced to records through videos, so you got the full experience that they were trying to sell you on the record, right?
Right.
So Bring the Pain, I first saw it on Rap City. You know what I mean? And the whole bus, and you know what I'm saying, and the lights flickering on it. It was like, you know what I'm saying? And the only, not the only, but one of the other comparative videos was Who Got the Props. So then from there, we just started talking about, man, collectively, did Boot Camp have better records then? And we were like, well, you couldn't really hear the first Black Moon record because it was ashy and recorded horrible. We went through that whole conversation, right? And in the end, we both were like, damn, maybe Wu-Tang might actually be the best collective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And someone's going to say, what about Native Tongues?
Oh, and I might have to be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That somebody would actually normally be you.
That somebody would be me. The only problem I have.
The only problem is there's certain members of Native Tongues that you're less familiar with.
We're gonna go into the break, but I'm not. I'm not doing this with you. But I do want to have this conversation on the show with Suge. We should actually have a special with Suge on the show to talk about greatest hip hop records of all times and where you were, how you experienced those records. Because I think that there's something extremely unique, and I'm not being profound here, obviously, but I think there's something extremely unique about experiencing a record with a dynamic or ominous video. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then it's like, whoa. You know what I mean? And I think Bring the Pain, that was being introduced to that record in that way was like, oh man,
Yeah. I'd have to take it back to Skilo. I wish.
Skilo was
that video was dark.
Passing Me By. Drop. Another excellent introduction video. Anyway, let's go and get to the other side, man. We'll holler at you. You ready, Kev?
Yep.
Let's go.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You alive on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Track Life and your fam, Kev Sakota.
Oh, Saint Lunatics. Yeah. Midwest.
I mean, see, why do that, though? Why make me, like, have to berate the entire Midwest in order to step on? No, take that out of it. It has nothing to do with the entire Midwest. And the fact that the St. Lunatics, as dope as they were, had a horrible lead artist. All right. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you'd like to catch past episodes of Rap Sucks Radio, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you'd like to catch us on television, please go to BTSN. That's Behind the Scenes Network. What you do is you download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices. Click on that app or channel, and we are right there. BTSN Behind the Scenes Network. We want in. And for more updates on BTSN, what they're working on, how you can get involved, how you can invest, go to btsn.pass on Instagram. That's at btsn.pass. They're doing media updates and giving out all sorts of information. So let's get it in. Actually, it's going to be me. Excuse me.
Should I have been offended by Chingy? That's always bothered me. Just the name.
I don't know. What did it mean?
I don't know. You know what? What I do know, didn't particularly like the sound of it.
I could imagine that being true. Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, can we have this? Let's do this before we get to the show. So you remember Buck Rogers, right? The show Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we all thought he was saying niggy, 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 niggy. Like we used to think that.
Oh.
And now that I'm older, right? I went through a stage where I grew out of the idea. Obviously, I don't think that's what he was saying, but I went through a stage where I was like, come on, he couldn't have been saying that. But then we've gone through this like recycling of racist America. And I'm like, you know what? They would have definitely snuck that in to a couple episodes back then. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a. So now I'm like, do I need to watch Buck Rogers and cross-reference the time a black person walked through the camera and we thought he was saying, you know what I mean? Like, so this is my response to your Chingy question. Like, yeah, I would ask the question that, like, hey, what were you doing though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're just asking questions.
Oh, yeah.
You know, who knows? Could have been.
I mean,
it's plausible.
It is plausible. And I don't remember people saying "they're" that hard when I was in the Midwest.
Oh.
"They're." Nobody did that.
Manufactured slang?
Yeah. It's like Jay-Z. It's like my least favorite rap thing of all time. My least favorite is when people started manufactured whispering because Jay-Z ran out of breath once. Oh my God, I hated it so much. I used to be like, but but he just ran out of breath and kept going, and it was fresh. You don't have to deliberately fake like you're.
That's why Joe Biden does it in his speeches. Watch the State of the Union.
Joe Biden be asleep. That's why Joe Biden be doing it. Joe Biden is tired.
The State of the Union is fresh.
Right? And all I want to do is be president. Save the country. Like, oh, God. All right, let's get on to the show. All right, Kev.
Okay.
Topic number 1. You titled, "Don't drink vodka." Don't drink vodka because St Ides is giving ends.
Yeah, I'm glad you retook that without me having to ask.
I was going to definitely CEO that line up. Don't drink vodka because St Ides. All right. Anyway, upon hearing this news, Ukraine's relief is palpable. All right, so the state governors are officially boycotting Russian vodka in support of Ukraine, which is pretty dumb. Agreed. CNN.com is reporting this. Politicians, Eastern European war, Russian stereotypes, and American vodka. My favorite thing about this so far, and I should not have a favorite thing in the midst of people dying and destruction, is how China was like, hey, stop. And that was the end of their involvement.
No.
You shouldn't do this. Anyway.
Stop fighting.
It was the equivalent of knock it off. All right, I don't care what happens.
Hey. Take it outside. Take it outside.
Like yelling hey from your front yard and then walking inside the house. That's what China's government did. Hey. All right, well, nobody stopped.
Oh, man.
All right. So anyway, Russian-made alcohol is the latest target in growing backlash against the country's invasion of Ukraine. So far, officials in Ohio, Utah, and New Hampshire have called on liquor stores to remove Russian-made or Russian-branded products from shelves, a move that largely targets vodka since it's most closely associated with the country. These moves are largely symbolic and may even miss their intended target, as very few brands imported to the United States still produce the liquor in Russia. Many of them top-selling vodka brands that trace their origins to Russia are now distilled in multiple countries, including the United States and Mexico, just to add that in. These boycotts are, again, they're just symbolic because Russian-made vodka accounts for a very small percentage of roughly $7 billion in annual vodka sales, according to Distilled Spirits. Wow. There's a Distilled Spirits Council.
I was very interested by that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, where's my LinkedIn? I gotta get my LinkedIn page updated. A national trade organization that represents spirit makers. So less than 1% of vodka consumed in the United States is produced in Russia. In fact, more than half of all the vodka consumed domestically is actually made here, according to the IWSR Drinks Market Analysis, a global firm that tracks alcohol sales. There's a lot of firms and people that are that are tracking alcohol. Vodka imported from Russia has been on the decline for several years and is down 79% since 2011. All right, Kev, go ahead.
This is the pinnacle of U.S. foreign policy. This is
God, dude.
This makes Model UN look like Winston Churchill. This is so dumb.
It's ridiculous.
And you know I feel super bad for is all the Ukrainian and Russian people living here in this country who probably want to drink. And now all they can get is like Kroger's brand, white label vodka.
They were already like, oh, God, this is not good vodka. And now they're like,
this is... Can't even get the bad vodka. The Kroger vodka that comes in a 2-liter bottle.
Oh, my God, please do not remind... I might leave. I might leave the show. That was a memory I didn't need at all. Plastic bottle vodka is not a memory that I need. But you know what, man? You're dead on when you say this is like the pinnacle of U.S. foreign policy. But this is the pinnacle of U.S. politics, right? Like, you know, symbolic gestures, right?
Yeah.
Anybody remember the kneeling with the kente cloth? Like,
Ooh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
That's,
okay, but
that's etched in my cerebrum.
it's never leaving. It's never leaving.
Never.
Some
I'm
of those
surprised.
people-
I'm surprised they didn't pour Russian vodka all over like all the Toni Morrison books they could find. Just light a match. Just light a match.
I feel like if I turn on my TV and either the USA channel or TNT is playing like Rocky 3, I would not be shocked over and over again. Right? Can you imagine? You know it's happening. You know what I mean?
Philly's going to be active.
Everyone. Goofy ass statue. Y'all don't have no business. I don't want to hear nothing about sports from anyone from Philly. Period. And I am not accepting it. You know what I mean? The only person I'm going to continue to be nice to from Philly is Tanya. The rest of you guys will constantly remain on your heads about that Rocky statue for the rest of our existence. Tanya, you get a pass. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean this is America. So Rocky 3 is probably playing over and over again. Somebody's playing Die Hard thinking that the Hans Gruber is Russian and not knowing that he's not.
Close enough.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't imagine this not being what would happen. There were people online also, minor Twitter flare-ups that said, don't drink vodka, and they were being thoroughly thrashed on the internet. So, you know what I'm saying? So there's that.
Oh, man. It's like, when you don't have anything better to say something really stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's great.
look, there's a time when you have to recognize that you can't do anything.
I think that's what they're like, oh, no, we can do something.
That's exactly. See, you're making my point. You can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? It's like we had the conversation last week about Kanye and all the homies, not the homies, but people, brothers online, pretending like they don't have a homeboy that's gone Kanye over a chick, or they themselves have done it. And I was like, speaking of which, just a flashback to last week really quick. It was a couple cards I almost wanted to pull, like, bro, I remember you out in front of the club in your house shoes.
Oh,
I remember you. Like, it's not. I'm not making that up. I remember you. Why are you talking about Kanye? As much as Kanye deserves to be talked about and he's an idiot, you got to sit down though. You got to hold. You got to pull back. You got.
Man, also, and that person that you're thinking of did that the weekend after he did that. Did he go and sell out an arena in Orlando to listen to a record?
No, not at all. Not at all.
With Cirque du Soleil levels of staging and concert production. I was just like, geez, man, this guy's got time for everything.
Hey, man, you gotta give a man credit for the work he puts in. It's just such an idiot that you actually don't. He'd just be like, you stupid.
What I'm going to do is in the middle of the arena, I'm going to light a house on fire. We can't do that because the arena is indoors. He said, but it's going to be okay because it's going to be on the lake that I make in the middle of the arena. I'm like, okay.
That's the answer to that.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on. All right.
Speaking of
officially. Yeah, I was gonna say exactly. We are officially on our second week of this subject, a subject that Kev Sakota and we here at Rap 6 Radio like to call RSR Ice-Shanty-watch.
Your latest news in the Ice-Shanty world. Yeah.
LA gets a drop of rain. It's like Storm Watch 2022. You're like, oh my God. All right, ice holes is the name of this.
Varning ice hole bastage.
Can put that together or separately. All right, a Minnesota man fortuitously avoided injury after he had to bail out of his high-speed ice fishing shelter, and all the adventure was caught on video.
Yay!
As with all things. This is reported by MercuryNews.com. The players involved are ice shanty, snowmobiles, and absolutely positively, no hookers. Listen to last week's episode if you don't understand that. The man's friend had taken off on his snowmobile, forgetting that the portable ice shanty was hitched to it. He went about 200 yards before looking behind him, by which time the shanty's occupant had long since jumped. Seth Trebek, an amateur videographer, had set up a camera in the shelter, and the result is lake trout fishing gone wrong, a YouTube video that has gotten more than 650,000 views to date. The episode
I'm just waiting to see how much of this you read, by the way.
I'm going to stop after this. God, dude, this is so much information. So anyway, video starts with homie exiting to go pick up the third friend who was waiting on the shore. He says, "I'll be back." He says, unzipping the door, and 30 seconds later, while Trebek is fultzing with equipment, the snowmobile starts up and the shelter starts moving. As it picks up speed, the yelling Trebek at first clings to his frame, but then drops onto the ice through the open floor. I figured I should get out of there. I mean, wise decision. Anyway. So, yeah. They eventually did retrieve the homie that they left on shore, and they went back to drilling and fished. And he said, "We didn't catch any trout on that trip, but we had something to talk about while we were sitting out there." How legit? How mad are you, Kev, if your homie does that?
Dude, I'm throwing you in the ice.
Right?
I'm dunking your head in the ice hole.
I don't know what about to fish.
You're going to have to come here and take this medicine.
Hey, we fishing for fades. That's what we did after that. We ran a fade, clearly ran fade. Like, listen, man, you almost drugged me through. Come on, bro. You owe me this. You know what I mean? Park the snowmobile. And let's get at it. You know what I mean? We could drink some brews after and all of that. Some vodka. You know,
vodka.
Russian American made, yeah.
Kroger.
Stay warm, but yeah, plastic bottle vodka. But you owe me this run.
The video is great though. The video because he caught air. Like that dude, he bunked out like hard. What it was is that they used the snowmobile to tow the shack out there, I guess.
Yeah,
and then. He didn't realize it was still attached when he. There's this show on the Disney Channel called The Science of Stupid that my daughter and I have been watching. Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a whole episode of people using their car to tow tree stumps out of the.
Oh, dude! Yeah, I've actually seen like videos of that on Facebook.
And I was honestly, my feelings were a little hurt that. Because that's definitely something I'm going to do before I die. And I just haven't found my break. I haven't gotten my break yet.
No one watched Thor? I mean, it's not like they were towing trying to tow a tree stump out, but I mean, just, right? Like, just ripping bumpers off and back campers and shells.
Yeah, ill-advised automotive technique.
Yeah, not wise.
But yeah, this is great. I wonder what kind of ice shanty story we're going to get next week. It can only get better.
I mean, at least through the winter, right? You got another 20 days or so before spring hits, and the ice shanties are gone. And so
then all the hoes move in.
That's when it. Or move out, man, because they're there to keep you warm. So when the sun comes out, there's no need for them. They gotta...
Yeah, you can go. You can go now.
Ice shanty house moves north for the winter.
Your money's on the snowmobile.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm furious. Like the word furious does not even. I'm like,
Like, what's going through your head though? It's like earthquake. What's going?
your survival. I'm livid in all like a cartoon character, like a comic book livid, where it's like where the words in all caps, bold red letters with several exclamation points. I cannot. No way.
Nope.
Yo, all right. Topic number 3. So
I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy you giving out the details on this particular subject.
I mean, but this title and what happened is so stupid. This fool titled this topic Cuppin season, Cuppin, Cuppin season. And the reason is doctors found a whole glass stuck in the rectum of a man after he accidentally swallowed it. Now, wait, everyone stop. Whatever, unless you're on the freeway or driving. Everyone else stop what you're doing and listen to me reread. Because I read it in slang, right? Doctors found a whole glass. But I'm going to read this in, Zoom meeting CEO.
Clinically,
thank you. Doctors find a whole glass stuck in the rectum of a man after he accidentally swallowed it. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter how you read it. You're going to extend whole glass. It didn't have to be. They could have said a cup. But the writer but doctors found a whole glass. I'm sorry for
they're describing it like some fossil from millions of years ago that they just intact. It was discovered intact.
This motherfucker accidentally swallowed it.
I don't know why he used the word accidentally, by the way.
That's exactly my point. There's never been a point in my life where I've taken a shot and accidentally almost. Right? Like somebody smacks you on the back and you just throw the shot glass down your throat. Like that's never happened. You know what I'm saying?
This is not a shot glass too. I'm pretty
exactly.
Sure this is like the coffee cup from the boss in Office Space.
Oh my God.
Bill Lumbergh coffee cup. Just the whole glass.
Yeah. I'm going to need you to not swallow a glass. All right. Source of this is ladbible.com. Players involved are one man and one cup, which is an awful reference. Awful reference. God, that's an awful reference.
I've still never seen it. And I never
Good.
will.
Neither have I. No one should have seen it. Doctors were left baffled after finding a whole glass inside the stomach of a 55-year-old man who claims he swallowed the cup while drinking tea. Come on, fam. Come on. The patient was admitted to a hospital in India with constipation and severe abdominal pain. Duh. I mean, right?
Yeah. It's all tracks.
He underwent an ultrasound and x-ray in which doctors located a serious disturbance in his intestines. This is so pointlessly written long. Like none of this needed to be an extended writing.
Glass
much to their shock.
In ass is pretty much all that's the story.
The end.
That's the end. Period.
Much to their shock, that disturbance turned out to be a whole glass. They keep writing whole glass. I think it's so great. Doctors tried to remove the glass from the rectum with an endoscopic procedure, but had no such luck. They had no choice but to operate on the man to finally remove it. Oh, they had to cut that joint out of his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
The embarrassed patient claims he simply swallowed the glass while drinking a cup of tea. Cuppa, C-U-P-P-A, is how this is written, by the way. Mm-hmm. A cuppa. Okay. Although doctors are convinced due to the food pipe being too narrow for the object to pass through.
You know what pipe wasn't too narrow? It's a disturbance in the force.
Oh man! So sheesh, the force is about right. Dr. Hassan, head of the team of operating doctors, said, "How the glass got inside the body of the said patient is still a mystery. Thankfully, the patient is currently stable after his curious mishap." I would argue that how the glass got in the booty of the patient is not a mystery.
You think after they got it out, he was like, wait, where's the handle?
Do we all need a play-by-play after this is all done? Okay, how exactly were you drinking the tea? Can you just show us? We all are curious how the hell you did this.
Boofing tea. This guy's going to be on the Supreme Court next week.
Shut up. Shut up. I like beer. Me and my friend Craig drink beer. I like tea. I swallow cups with Craig. I don't know if the man's name was Craig that he put up.
Close enough.
Sounds like it would be a Craig.
Yeah. Oh, Indian Craig.
This is like every gangbanger from private school's name was Corey for some reason. So why are you all named Corey? every gangster from St. Bernard's. Anyway, neither here nor there. Yeah, the how is the mystery in all of this. And
yeah,
I feel like the shanty friend and the whomever dared you to swallow this cup friend are also are somehow connected.
They're both named Corey.
Twins. And they're probably both named Corey, yeah. They probably both went to private school and were Crips.
One factoid that I want to circle back to is that the first sentence, maybe of the article, doctors were left baffled after finding a whole glass inside the stomach of a 55-year-old man. Which just goes to show, kids, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to reach for that brass ring and really follow your dreams.
And yeah, failure has no age limit. That sentence should have read inside of person who clearly should have known better. Right? I mean, this article was written half black as is, because the way they kept using whole glass, this article is definitely mixed. There's somebody tried restraint.
Swallowed a whole glass and showed his whole ass.
Entirely.
Oh, man. I don't know why we both felt the need to take a drink at the same time. That's a little...
I mean, wash down that possible glass that we drank. Like, what... People are insane.
Oh.
And here's the thing. People are all weirded out when they find like a sea creature with like a whole tire in it. You know what I mean? And here we are. Swallowing whole glasses. Wow.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Grief. I cannot believe you named that article Cuppin season. I wish you would not.
My wife always knows when that's just the level of title that touches the keyboard. She just hears a grown man giggling like a small child.
Because you just know when it's about to happen. Oh no. No.
She comes in like a referee. She's always like a, keep it clean. She's like, oh no. Come on now. Don't embarrass me out there.
So, too late. Way too late. But I guess fortunately or unfortunately, it was before you guys even met. It's before and after. So
I was this way when you met me.
Exactly.
You knew what you were getting
He
into.
was pre embarrassing you. Trust me, Mrs. Dakota. He was pre embarrassing you. All right, Kev. Here's the topic title. Your topic title, number 4. He said, "What's that you said about welfare queens?" Quote unquote.
Talk about reaching for the brass ring, boy. This lady.
Yeah, this is it. This
I
is
love
it.
America.
Yeah. Georgia woman was charged with faking a pregnancy to get paid time off. Oh my God, where is this? All right. Sourced by allthat'sinteresting.com. This is pretty interesting. Good job. Robin Folsom and her family of one is who the players are. According to a news release sent out by the Georgia Office of the Inspector General, Robin Folsom, 43, told lies about her pregnancy while working as the Director of External Affairs at the Georgia Vocational Rehabilitation Agency. She informed the agency about her pregnancy in late 2020 and claimed to give birth in May 2021. But Folsom's colleagues quickly grew suspicious, Kev. Though Folsom had a baby bump, one of her colleagues noticed that something wasn't quite right. In March 2021, a coworker observed the lower portion of Folsom's stomach come away from her body. And did not pass out, by the way, and believed Folsom wore a fake pregnant stomach. In addition, Folsom allegedly sent pictures of her newborn baby to various employees. However, the pictures appeared to be inconsistent and depicted children with varying skin tones. Someone didn't plan this out very well.
She's like Angelina Jolie or Madonna.
You win. You actually win this whole episode. All right. So long story short, the baby wasn't real.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get paid time off.
And she also had it. She had a man named Bran
Ottman-Bebwe.
Now, why'd she have to do that?
Right.
She had this
Folsom
man
appeared to be primarily motivated by paid time off after she, quote, gave birth, unquote. On May 1st, a man named Bran Ottman-Bebwe emailed leaders at her agency claiming to be the father of Folsom's newborn baby. He said that Folsom's doctor had mandated several weeks of rest following delivery. As a result, Spears gave her 7 weeks paid leave. Right? But Bran Ottman-Bebwe was merely a product of Folsom's imagination. All right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of effort.
A lot of effort. She took down our favorite character from Game of Thrones and somebody with a moderately African-sounding name. It's a very elaborate plan. Very elaborate plan.
Did she make the name up, or did she search African names online and pick one? No one's going to research this name, right? You're not going to find this guy on the internet. If the name was like Brandon Johnson.
You know what she sounded like when she was typing the email and she came up with the name Bran Ottman-Bebwe? She sounded like me when I was typing cupping season.
She was snickering.
Yeah. She was like, oh.
I'm shining this time.
7 weeks. 7 weeks. Oh, man. She did this several times, man. She didn't just do this once.
This is multiple times she's done this.
I think she's done it multiple times, and if she's guilty, she could spend up to 25 years in prison and pay up to an oddly specific $103,000 in fines.
Very oddly specific.
Oh, man.
Or do longer in prison. She's not going to spend
Exactly.
25 years in prison.
No, not at all.
I'd like
you
to.
gotta work smarter, not harder. You know what I mean?
Or just work, period. As opposed to trying to get weeks off by making up African-named people. Boy.
I wonder if she got the child tax credit too.
You know what? That's the 103,000.
She probably got a COVID money too.
She got to get that money directly back to Biden. The child tax credit. She got to walk up to him while he's halfway asleep on the podium and be like, "Here's a check."
Mm-hmm. There you go. Or bring him a couple bottles of Kroger vodka.
That is also
just on the string.
All right, Kev. So guess what, man?
What's up?
Unlisted. I do have, although you do not need to research it. I just think that you should have a response to this. I do have a Sakota one.
Oh, okay.
It is one of the ones I thought of.
But the way you said that would indicate that everything else we've done in Sakota ones was pre-planned.
It was
shatters the illusion.
Well,
shatters.
I'm saying
shatters the illusion.
For you, pre-planned for me. Like
although
I didn't do a ton of research on this. Yes.
Okay. Like you normally do.
Hey, what is all of this, man? Hey, come on. I had surgery a couple weeks ago. Like, come on, give me a pass.
Oh wow, you're gonna be riding that forever.
Mm-hmm. I have a year until I can officially play sports again. I'm gonna use this thing. This leg is gonna get some work. Okay. So, first ever scan of dying human brain reveals life may actually flash before your eyes. Kev.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want some background on this, or do you want to respond to just the title?
Oh, I thought you were going to respond.
No, I'm handing this off to you. That's the title. That's the thing. Okay, Let me set this all up all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the Sakota 1, where we give Kev's Coda a headline, and he responds to that headline. Here we go. Kev, here's the headline. First ever scan of dying human brain reveals life may actually, we're probably going to talk about this next week, by the way, flash before your eyes.
That's like the ultimate post-credit scene. Is Spider-Man in it?
Wait, how many Spider-Man? Good grief. It's the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Kev, this is terrifying. Yeah, no. So let me give you some background on this. It's just brief. I read this over the week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they accidentally scanned a elderly man's last.
Accidentally.
Well, no. It was technically. They were scanning his brain for something different.
And he died.
And he actually ended up dying.
Ooh.
So they caught the scans, his last moments.
Mm.
And what they seemingly found was that your brain takes an extended amount of, after you die, there's an extended amount of processing that goes on during and after alleged, death, heart-stopping organ.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I'm not surprised. That's very dark, but yeah, I'm not surprised. It's like when I hit shutdown on my computer and it stays on for like 13 more minutes, and I just want to leave.
That's life. That's life.
Yeah.
And your family's standing there, and you're like, God, I said bye already. Why am I still here? Just let me go.
It's like the end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off after after credit. Why are you still here? Go home.
I felt so bad for the guy who's his homeboy. I felt so bad for him in that movie, the whole movie. I've never enjoyed that movie because I felt so bad for that dude the whole time. Ferris was a complete ice hole. Like it's the worst person. And we rooted for this fool.
We did.
For the whole movie. But he was just an awful friend.
I rooted for him because I was happy that he wasn't my friend.
Sheesh, man.
That would have been a short movie, too.
Yeah,
no.
Right?
The end.
We're done.
Yeah.
So
cut to Spider-Man scene and
right?
leave the theater.
That's it. Post-credit scene is like, yeah, sure it was a short movie. So, bye. But no, man, that I think I'm gonna put that on the topic list so we can discuss it more. But dude,
Okay.
when I read that, I was like, this might be the most insane thing that I've ever read about any health issue or health thoughts. The fact that after you die, you know, you're still in there processing, bro.
I wonder if you could still talk though, because that would be for me. It wouldn't be anything brilliant for me. I know for sure it would be like everything would be shut off. You know, they'd be putting the sheet over my face, and then I'd say, "Cuppin season."
I think that I'm going to pretend to die, right? So that anyone that was going to talk shit, I can hear what they say after. You know what I mean? And I'm going to pop up and be like, I heard what you said. I knew it all along. I'm going to die in the next 10 minutes, but I knew it. I knew it. Punk, bring me my will. I'm scratching you off. I knew it. I knew it. I'm going to have the app open just to see who says something crazy.
So you're sure that people are going to gather around just to make sure that you've kicked off into the forever after?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Just a group of people just around at your bedside.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at their watches.
I'm surrounded by my closest family members, people who love me. You know what I'm saying? My grandkids. You know what I mean?
Yep.
My wife is completely over it. She's like somewhere on the other side of the hospital, you know, ordering a sandwich or something. So it's not going to be her. She's not going to say anything crazy. She's not even going to be in the room. But the rest of the family is. And one of my kids or grandkids is going to say something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like somebody can be like, man, Crown Heavy was whack. I'm going to be like, yep, off the wheel. Got you. You're done. I knew it.
Go press play on that Nelly.
St. Lunatics. You had to be a lunatic to let him rap. That's what St. Lunatics. All right, Kev. I think we're going to go on and get out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all. This has been Rap 6 Radio. I am your homeboy Track Life, and Nat over there is your fam, Kev Sakota. He gestured peace or saluted. You can't see that through, So
through the medium of podcast format.
Yeah, exactly. So that's salute.
Kind of forgot that for a little while.
Explain that to you. He saluted you. Yo, if you want to catch past episodes or any other, past episodes would be any other episodes of Rap 6 Radio, you can go to rap6radio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. You can also catch us on your television on BTSN Behind the Scenes Network. Download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices. Click on that app or channel. We are right there with plenty of other dope content. BTSN Behind the Scenes Network. We want in, and follow at btsn.pass on Instagram for all information on what BTSN is up to, how they're making these moves, and how you can get involved. Go ahead and check them out. With all that being said, man, on the count of three, we say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Buys one. We love you. And we miss you, brother.
We should have done that earlier in the show. Rest in peace, brother. We out.